What is up, everybody? Welcome into this new video of TechPress. My name is Steven and I'm going to be showing you how to get started with Squarespace from day number 1. So I'm going to be showing you a few tools that can be helping you to get started with the actual Squarespace, and you don't have to even pay for absolutely anything. We have the free version. There are a few limitations, of course, but since we have the free version, you have to figure it out then later on if you wanted to stick around with the free version or with the paid version, the planned versions. So once we're here into Squarespace, what I want to do is to create an account. It's really easy to create an account, whether you want to choose your Facebook account, your Gmail account, your Apple account, and then you're going to be in. So once you are get in here, you're going to get into the actual dashboard, and here you can get started with the actual day number 1. So what I want to do is to create a new website. And then later on, it's going to be asking like, what is the template that you would like to use? Totally depending on what you're actually trying to do. Like, for example, we can create a portfolio, we can create like a restaurant, like a travel website, art and design, photography, personal and TV, one page only, and so on and on and on. Let's say they wanted to focus into something really easy, like for example, a blog. So now into typed, you want to focus into blog. And here into blog, we have the best template that can matches with our actually filter. So we have the start with this row, we have the klaxon, we have these alarm, and so on and on and on. So what I wanted to do is to look out for only the elements that I think that I can use for my blog. So you don't have to focus into the photos, you don't have to focus into the colors. You can later on change the actual colors. You just want to focus into what is inside the actual template. For example, I think that I wanted to use the first one because I think it's like really easy, and we have one by one elements, and here we have like a lot of elements like all gathered into just one place. And I don't want to be focused like a lot in that. I want to focus into take your time, take the space to show what I can offer into my blog. With that being said, I wanted to choose this one. Then later on, I can go with start with the grow or go into the preview, so I can take a look into how it's going to be looking. I can interact this actual preview of the website, and I can then later on see if this one is actually fitable for me or not. If I can use most of the part of these actual elements, I can go with start my design. If you think that this one is actually not looking so good for you, go into back and choose another one. Let's go with preview all more, for example. And then we have this Squarespace previewer. So what I wanted to do is to use exactly the same thing. I want to just scroll a little bit down, check it out that this one actually has just like a few fades when I'm moving on my actual mouse when I scroll down. So if I like that, I can go with start with the design, and there we go. So as you can see, now everything has now been set up, so I can start by importing my actually own information. We have the welcome to your site, creating a beautiful site is the best way to bring your idea to life. So let's go, and what would you like to call this actual site? Let's go for honest blogs, or let's go with honest socials. Here into continue. And this is how we can edit our pages only by clicking. As you can see, here is the actual elements that we can use, the blocking and all that. I'm going to hit now into next. We can create different pages into the pages section. I'm going to hit now into next once again. And the stylus of our site is in the right part, in the upper right part of our editor. So I'm going to hit now into get started, and now that we understand where is everything, or like only the basics. I'm going to hit now into the X mark because I don't want to focus into the assistant. And here what I want to do is now to actually fill my actual information. So let's focus into the pages, and let's see what we have into this demo mode. We have the U version, we have the blog, the about, the contact, and I believe that is pretty it. So if I click into one main navigation, it's going to be taking us into what is actually inside this section. So what I can do is to fill my information. Let's say, for example, instead of going with work with me, let's say with contact us. If you have any question or comments, please contact us via blah 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 blah. I want to delete this element. And here, let's say that we assume that we have a phone number. Let's say, for example, this one like this. I'm gonna go like this, helloexample.com. I scroll a little bit down and I click here, and I can edit a photo. I go with double click, for example, edit the section into the upper side. I have the styling, I have the format, the background, and the colors. Of course, the background art is going to be helping us to animate backgrounds to draw visitors in. So I can go into close. I have the image. I can go into add my image. I can create one, upload my own information, or I can browse some stock images. So if I'm creating some, let's say for example, some kind of like a blog, and I want to get started with some, I want to talk about books, fictional books or whatever, here into the free images, I wanted to go with fictional book. This is my main keyword. And now here we have a few suggestions that we can use for free, guys, totally for free. If you want to use like premium images, here is in the right part, but I wanted to focus only into this one. I click into my image, and if I like that, I hit into add my image, and there we go. So this one is now going to be imported right away. We just wait a few seconds here, and now I can focus into the image effect. Now here into the image effect, what I can do is to change the effect or how it's going to be looking my image when I import it and when people are actually inside this actual website. So this is like a liquid, I have the fill frame, I have the parallax, I have the circles, the lines, and I think that we can just stick around with that options. And then later on, if you like that, you can go back, leave it like that, and then we're actually good to go. Now I'm going to hit into the export. And let's focus into something much more easier, which is let's go back into save. Now here into the site styles, I can change the whole font of the whole website. So I have popping at the moment. I can go into switch, and instead of going with the sans serif, I can go, let's say for this one, and everything should be changed right away. So check it out how it's going to be looking, my product. There we go. So if you like that, just go back. I'm going to scroll a little bit down. Going to go back once again, and now I'm going to change a few colors. So here into colors, I wanted to change my palette. So this is the palette of my actual template, so I can go into edit palette. The main color, which I think is the background, I have a few presets that I can choose if I wanted to. I have this one, for example. So then later on, if I like that, just going to go back here. I'm going to hit now into save, of course. And if you love what you see, before you publish your content, what you want to do is to make sure that this one actually looks great in all your smartphones, in your all devices. So we're having the desktop view, well, we can choose to change this for the mobile view. And if you like the mobile view, then you're actually good to go. If you don't like that, you don't have to worry about that, because we are now into the actual mobile view, and into the mobile view we can change one place, one stuff, and then this actual stuff is not going to be editing the whole editor of the desktop view. For example, let's say that this actual element of happiness is appearing like at the center, so I want to choose to be put it like that. I go back into my desktop view, and as you can see, this one does not affect what we have created before. It still looks great. Go back into your dashboard. And back into your dashboard, we have here our honest social website that we have just created. This is the actual URL that was created for us totally for free. You can go into the three dots, and then later on you can change the billing and the permissions if you wanted to import a custom URL. So at the end of the day, this is how we can get started with the actual Squarespace. Really easy to change stuff totally for free. We don't have to worry about how it's going to be looking at the end of the day. You don't have to pay absolutely for anything. And of course, there are a few tools, there are a few benefits if you have a premium version, but that at the end of the day, it's totally depending on what is the actual budget that you have, that you want to spend in your company, in your brand, in yourself as an individual or as a company. So with that being said, guys, we have now reached into the very end of the video. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more amazing tools of this actual Squarespace. Thank you so much for watching the video. And well, with that being said, I'll see you on the next video.